went for a ride today with my kid's dad in a beautiful area. And I did a real small, short, I should say, video for you to see and for me to keep, actually, because it was of the Boston Mountains on an outlook. And it was the mountains covered in green trees and everything. It was so pretty. And I'll show you here. We went riding around, and it probably took 6 hours today. We went to flea markets and stuff. I didn't buy anything. I've been looking for a shadow box, and I hope I gave it the correct name. It's like a really narrow box, and it can be tall, wide, short, all kinds of sizes. And there's square hollowed slots all in it where you could stick things in. I've been looking for one of those for my crystals. They usually are in flea markets, and some of them are pretty old. I don't even care if it's a new one. I don't care, but I'm looking for one. And I want to get rid of that lantern thing right there and put it there. But if it's a big one, I will hang it probably in this area or in my bedroom, because that big picture I got that I still haven't painted is going to go up here. But I'm replacing the TV that stopped working months ago. And I want to get a 50-inch TV. This is a 45. And I'll have to put the picture way up because it's huge and heavy. So I cannot wait to redo my apartment because it's so cramped with things. I don't know if I'll paint that picture frame or not. I just don't know. I'm undecided. I got a laptop stand for my MacBook. Mouse keeps trying to step on the keyboard when I'm on it, and I had to put it up so she would stop, so she wouldn't damage it. And it's on the stand, it's up some, so I could put the wireless keyboard underneath it because she tries to get on that too. So I thought, might as well get it. It's an expensive computer, of course, and I don't need it damaged. So also it helps me with it being up. Instead of looking down, I'm looking up with the other monitor. And the second monitor is just not being used right now. I wish there was a way that I could find out how I can run 2 monitors on this laptop. I've tried everything, and it won't go to 2. It won't extend to 2. It only extends to 1. I've used 3 adapters, and still, it only stays to 1. Maybe I need to research it more. Maybe it just stays on 1. I don't know. But I had fun today getting out of the house. I love being outside, especially when it's summer and warm and the sun is just beating down on you. I love it. And it puts me in a better mood, and driving in the country like that puts me in a better mood. But I'm sad. I'm really sad. I don't know if it's one of the flea markets I went into, because I know one of them had really bad energy in it. Really bad energy. I don't know if one latched on to me or what. I like to think that it didn't. But on the way back home after that, all of a sudden I just become really sad. I don't know why. I had a visit last night, and it started before I went to sleep. It first started of me smelling them. And I know you guys, some of the new guys, or new people who are watching this will be like, smelling them? Yes, you can smell them. These were the extraterrestrials, I do believe. They smell like frankincense. Those are the good ones that smell good. I've had bad smelling ones come to me. Those are bad. So I'm laying in bed and I started smelling them. So I just put my phone down. And I'm looking around. I'm like, come on, just, come out, man. Talk to me. And so I'm looking, and then the geometric shapes, kind of like film, started coming toward me. And I'm looking at it, and I'm sitting here in my head saying, come on, talk to me. Show yourselves and talk to me. And then I started realizing they were in my chest and stomach area. It was a very gentle sloshing, like they were being really gentle. Because the last time they messed with my heart, I think it was a neutral entity. I'm thinking that, but they hurt me. They were really rough with it. You could hear it sloshing, And it was very uncomfortable. It wasn't like excruciating, but it was uncomfortable. And so last night, they were gentle, doing whatever they were doing. And so I put my phone down, and I'm sitting there. I don't know if you would say I was enjoying it. I haven't had a good visit like that in a while. So I put my phone down, and I'm sitting there thinking, repeatedly, will you talk to me? And they didn't, of course. So I just kind of lay there with my eyes closed, and I was enjoying the feeling of what they were doing because I've missed it. They have not worked on my body in so long. And then I think they put me to sleep. Because when I put my phone down, I was wide awake. And as soon as I started seeing these things, I was put to sleep. I know I was put to sleep. I have no doubt. I also want to say, I still keep having dreams of going to my soulmate. And every time I go to him, he looks different. Here the other night, I had a dream. He was about 9 feet tall, and he was broad. He was wide from his shoulders down. But when you got to the waist, it was different. It was tiny. The body structure in that area was so different because I never seen anybody here built that way. And I remembered he said something about like, give me a hug or something. And I grabbed his waist was here on my shoulders. So I put my arms all the way around him, and I can hear him breathing and seeing his stomach breathe. And it was like he was breathing lower instead of higher in his upper torso. And I remember sitting there hugging him thinking, this is weird. But I didn't mean it in a bad way. I'm just sitting there thinking it's weird because I've never seen or felt anything like this. And I was in a house with stairs. And I remember there were what looked like people everywhere. There were girls there with babies. And I'm sitting there thinking, are you with any of these girls? I don't know. But then he was walking away from me, going up the stairs, and he kept looking at me like, are you okay? Or are you coming? He just had a weird look on his face that looked questionable. And I was sitting there just looking at him, and that's all I remember. But I know I go to him because it's not me here seeing everything, because I'd be familiar if it was my apartment, so I would think. But every time I dream of him, he looks different every single time. And I know without a doubt it's him. So I don't know. But I tell you, it's driving me crazy because, not in a bad way crazy, but I want to be with this man so bad because it's like when I know he's near me, I feel complete and safe and secure and loved. But when I'm awake, I want that. And then sometimes I know I can feel that. To some of you, that probably doesn't even make sense. But yes, there's times where I feel him. Walking around in these flea markets today, for some odd reason, I was thinking of my whole star family and my soulmate. And I'm sitting there walking through, and I think of this often. I'm walking through these flea markets thinking, I wonder how many of my star families with me. And in the flea market that I had a bad feeling about, I was feeling all these bad vibes, I felt my soulmate with me. He was right behind me, and he was looking around. I saw this in my third eye. And he was looking around in protective mode. And I'm like, okay, I think there is a bad energy here that may be coming to me or something, and he was protecting me. I feel that without a doubt. It was just like information that was given to me. It's so funny that when I walk around or even not do anything, I have all this information just coming to me. I was getting ready for work the other morning. My TikTok was on my phone because my TV don't work. And I'm sitting there with all of this information coming to me about my youngest daughter. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, And it was just coming. And I don't want to say, you know, what was given to me about her. It was all good, of course. It happens like that all the time. I want to bring up once again about these false prophets. When I say that, I'm not talking about people walking around, you know, claiming to be Jesus or anything like that. It's these so-called star seeds that are all over YouTube and TikTok and such, that claiming to be star seeds, they'll want to charge you for any and everything. That's not a star seed. Star seeds will not charge you for anything. They're here to help you grow, learn, expand, all that free. And I've said this before in one of my videos. A star seed is not going to be writing in their contract before they're incarnated saying, yeah, I'm going to charge every star seed down there $600 for this activation kit. That's not the way it works. You don't charge for your gifts. And this one person I know on YouTube, I won't say, charges for everything. And they even mentioned once, oh, I have more bills coming in, so I'm going to have these classes again, and they're going to be starting at blah, blah, blah time. And they're going to be $300 to $500. And I'm sitting there thinking, what? I want to say this, just so that you know. I want to say two things. One is, if they're charging, they're not a star seed, or they went rogue. Two is, listen to them, as in, a lot of them will predict things, and predict things often. These things never happen that they so-called predict. They're going to sit here and say, oh yeah, you know, we're ascending so rapidly, and we're going to be going to a ship. We'll have that option if we want to stay here, or if you want to go on the ship and ascend there. But you'll have the option, and it's in the near future. Well, it's been a little while. Nothing like that's happened. Ships aren't going to come down here and take us. It's not the way things work. If they sit here and predict things that never happen, they are not true star seeds. And a lot of these people who predict all these things fool all these people and then want to start charging them for things, and that's not the way it works. So I hope you're careful when it comes to that. Well, I'm going to end this here because I need to put one out. I will try to do another one tomorrow, but no guarantee. My two oldest daughters come and see me on Sundays, and so we'll have to play it by ear. So I love you guys tremendously, and I'm going to send each and every one of you love, light, and peace. Bye.